Hi guys, so we are back. This is Houdanet Archives. And we are back with more Disco Elysium. I'm really excited because now I can actually follow my schedule and have more Disco Elysium. Tuesday, maybe Monday, are both good days for me to actually do this. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think I recall everything, even though I played it very recently. I think it was last week, the end of last week. I'm recording it Sunday, so yeah, I'm guessing we did the first part of the game, and now our second meltdown. Like, our detective here has some past issues, especially with some ex-wife or something, and now we are here. So let's get into it, shall we? So first of all, I want to actually look for the leads. Like, I'm trying really hard to explain all my thought process because I think it's really important for you guys that are watching. Sometimes I can get really focused on the game, and I don't finish my thoughts, and when I see my own record, I get a little bit frustrated with myself because I'm like, why you're not finishing your thoughts? Like, finish what you're thinking. Like, so I'm gonna try really hard to finish everything. It's a little bit it's complicated to balance playing the game and then doing the recording. I mean, but as I said, I want to look the leads so we can actually I can actually understand of our first step in this part. I'm thinking I think we should talk with more people. I think we have we interacted with, where is our ledger? Ledger of failure and hatred. One island empire, one empathy. So when we are holding it, we get all this, or we have it, even though we are not carrying it. We have this effects. I think I want to interact with the mug first.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Like, that's a good point, Yellow Man mug. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling. i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can anyone laugh anymore? So yeah, this one is the racist take. I think the craziest option here is, to be honest, is to be like believing you can actually earn any sort of political capital by having this mug. Or maybe this one, like pushing it to every merchant I find. I'm gonna do this one because it's so insane.
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your cave?
Like, okay, Yellow Mug. So we have one more point, or yeah, we have both of these, but we need to open more slots, and I think for that we need to earn a point of, instead of using it to actually level up some of these skills, we can earn more spots. But yeah, I think now we can safely try to talk to more people. I don't think we can do the body. I don't think we can because we tried last time and we puked again. So let's talk with everyone here that we did not have the chance. And we can also talk with Annette again. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied man. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Oh no, they are much hunkier than you. You shouldn't feel threatened by handsome men. Don't be silly. Oh, I wanted to see the other one, but I think I couldn't. A popu. Oh my god. Popular music mag. Why are you talking to us like that? Being so welcoming.
To Rivachol.
Announced the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Rivachol, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Rivachol. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this was some racist take, like trying to mock him, like trying to pin it as if he's some kind of a foreigner because of his race.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
So we are in a limbo.
Come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Okay, Kim, calm down. I mean, I will trust him. I am trusting him. Yeah. I mean, if you take literally what the racist lorry driver is saying, you'll be like, oh, he's just welcoming us. But I think it's some kind of message that it is supposed to trigger its victim. Like it's a way to be racist, and the victim know that he's being racist, but people around be like, oh no, he's just being welcoming. So I think I understand why Kim is triggered.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Okay.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Okay, Kim, I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorry man. Now that's settled, we have a couple questions. Yeah,
You two
fucking
make a
A, man.
Cute couple. You know that.
The lorry man spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
So the only thing that makes him get angry or loses his calmness is racism. That makes sense. Now that's settled, we have a couple questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. I found this mug in the trash. Yours? What was that argument all about? What are you hauling? Got a smoke? So yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Okay, is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
What are you hauling? Got a smoke? What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all.
Okay.
You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Okay, so yeah, you're that kind of guy, huh? That believes you're so interesting and so different because you are just reproducing everyday racism and maybe some obsolete concept of race, right? Like some ideas of craniology that no longer are scientifically valid.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Like a threat. I get it, someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so just erased it, makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. On second thought, let's talk about something else. Oh, so you're just a racist,
I'm
makes
not
sense.
just racist. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
Don't think so, my man, but okay.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
He glances at the lieutenant. Okay, what else have you thought of? Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Yeah, what's the problem with
The
that?
problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Wait, what's this cultural victory? Say nothing. What is this cultural
It's
victory?
what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
It's so interesting how the whole concept of competition and fighting for resources and all that, capitalist ethos, like I want to interpret this, kind of, marries very well the whole racial segregation thing. I really think it's very interesting. Like, it has some logic. It kind of it has some logic in a way that it dictates pretty well some very complex questions that are usually reflections, to be more exact. Yeah, I think you can get down with racism. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I really rather. Yeah, why don't you go fuck
Don't
yourself?
push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Yeah, I don't.
Looking for something, runt?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long has this been going on then? What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? How long has
The strike?
this going on?
Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
He gestures towards the lorries, but this here is just... Okay. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Okay.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Yeah, it's... Okay, so... We failed this, but I think he's not carrying any apples. Cosmo.
No.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
So yeah, we told him to fuck himself, and now we are like, hey, can you give us a smoke?
It's my last one.
Damn, you hiding smokes from me.
Why would I do that? I'm an honest man.
Fuck Iota. Oh my god, we will be trying to take his cigarette.
What, officer?
The man looks at your coolly noxious influence wafting the air around him shit.
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
He gives an ambivalent mocking half nod. We're done for now. What were we thinking? We were trying to... No. Don't know what we were trying to do there. I don't think we can talk to them. The blows probably store fear here. Now they store blues. So we can go here. So what else we have here? I'm gonna try to talk with the guy on the center later, because I wanna, a front car, keep it in good condition. I want to check if we have anyone else to talk here or anything else to see. This is our first day, so it's interesting to see everything for the
An
first
old
time.
monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
So this is from the loading screen. I'm not quite sure if we can actually look everything for the first time, but who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Okay. So let's try, but I don't think.
What did
yeah,
he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago.
that's
How
a
would you
good
know
point.
what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Okay, so we are not gonna be able to. Oh, interesting. +1 physical instrument. Let me just check if we have any down. So we can have more suggestions. Savoir-faire, this takes one savoir-faire and this takes another savoir-faire. So we don't actually have anything like we don't have new pants or shoes to switch. So we'll be having this downgrade, or we can just say fuck it. we will go walk in our underpants. What do we have here? More cash. So let's talk with this woman.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter,
Okay.
some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Excuse me, ma'am. Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead. No, This one is a monster in disguise.
Oh my god, imagine just snap your fingers in front of someone. So rude.
Wait,
Stop your fucking snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Oh, why?
Why? I just told you why.
But you don't understand. We need to cause chaos to everyone around us. This is our fuel to live. Okay.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Okay. -1 logic, price of self-delusion, learning cap for visual calculus raised to 6, learning cap for suggestion raised to 6, learning cap for electrochemistry raised to 6. Okay. Not a lot in regards of... We need to unlock these ones. I don't think I'm not close to getting another point, so... Okay, so we cannot disturb this old lady. Room is full of snow, no one lives here anymore. A bold slogan, human ox cover the truck. So let's talk with the guy in the center here. Yeah.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. I'm the law.
People get that they know. You really don't have to keep saying it.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Yes, no. Imagine. Be like, oh yeah.
Ha! Couldn't handle it. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work!
I don't think
Besides,
it's how it
we're
works.
not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I have some questions for you. What kind of a cause are you
Rights of
talking?
people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
I don't think I've chosen any sides
Might be
yet.
time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
But the higher-ups doesn't want to break the strike as well?
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into the harbor too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? Look around. What exactly is your goal here? What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
Okay, he shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do the strikers
Beats
want?
me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Held up by a bell seems to fit a man with much more. You wearing any
He
clothes?
ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Oh, interesting. So, why he picked clothes that are not his? Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. So it's interesting because he's very bulky. The clothes that he's wearing are not his, which means this is not some sort of uniform. But I don't know because no one is wearing a uniform. So I don't know if that doesn't matter. But it's not there. It's not his. And he uses a military cut. So is he a worker at all? I mean, I don't know. It could, considering, like, none. If you, of course, we put all of this together, it's a little ominous. But I don't know. Like, honest. Okay, the man runs a hand through his. Okay,
We
wrong,
came
right,
here
right,
to
right.
help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Time of crisis.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
That's a good question.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
I mean, this doesn't answer the question because, okay, they follow the rules of the market, but why you are representing all of this? Like, the math is not mathing.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep as suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity going to figure out this strike mess. Routine, part of the investigation. I thought it looked real familiar for a second there. Let's make a bluff.
No. Don't think we've met before.
You
I
guys,
came to help out the people.
Alright, got that. I'm interested in your
We're all
background.
workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. I'm not sure. Okay, but it's still a little bit odd why you are not from Martinez. So why are you organizing all these strike breakers? It would make a lot more sense if the leader of the strike breakers was a worker, a horrible worker, but you are not the kind. You are not the case. So, a bouncer where I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. I've been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? One I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now. But I might have been there. I don't really remember things. Well, never heard of it. Are you lying? Imagine, like, I'm not quite sure. I think this is the time that. Let me just put this. Okay, again. I think this is a good time to, be like, I don't remember anything.
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
He squints at you, a little spark of violence glitters in his eyes, then he blinks and turns to his men. That's interesting. Autosave. We can also walk with WASD. What else we can do? So, can we talk to Kim for a sec?
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
This is so wrong. Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little.
If you insist. What do you want to know?
Like, tell me a secret. Imagine asking him a secret, like you met his guy, like, today.
No.
Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts.
Okay.
With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently screams for help.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak.
Yeah, but I don't think he is.
Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation.
Good.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with
What
yourself?
do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So how do you, tap the side of your head? So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advices or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Okay.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place.
Okay.
You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Mm-hmm. Here's all for
Good.
now.
Let's change the subject.
Okay. I don't wanna talk too much because I want to talk with someone else. Like, and also, it's not like I don't want to, talk with Kim. It's just that I think I can do this much better if I do it paced instead of, just just choosing all the options.
Scott?
Asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
No, I don't want to deal with this again. Did you just call me a What exactly is a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab. Poor and downtrodden with your fist. Right to work. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop. Uh,
No,
yeah.
no, I said scab.
What exactly is a
A
scab?
kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come
Beats
from?
me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they are scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Nod. Have you tried talking to them? Shake your head. It's better than begging. Come on. I don't know. I'm guessing scab. They are begging. Like they need to get paid, so they are like completely ignoring all the ideology dispute around it. They are taking a pragmatic but also supportive of the status quo approach to the whole matter. So I think it's both, but have you tried talking
We'd
to them?
explain the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Okay, so the big guy is a very important piece to organize the scabs, but he's not from Martinez. He looks like he's planted here for some reason. I don't think I'm a scab. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop, but this sounds
I
reasonable.
was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
A cop scab.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. I need to know what's behind these gates I'm exploring. I'm a bit short of money right now. Can you give me some of it? What's the strike about anyway?
Sure
Imagine.
thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Imagine, oh no.
The
We actually
coin
did
lands
it.
into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciate it.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to,
Okay.
you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
It helps you know. The union has problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The
Mhm.
rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike though.
Okay. Every little bit helps, you know. Gotta spend money to make money.
Aye, you lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not a sorry-ass scab.
He looks at them in disbelief. Oh. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. I need to know what's behind these gates I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the runabout with a glint of longing. Does it mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
He takes a swig and points up the stair with his flask. That's simple, just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Pass measure head?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then
Right.
press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Call me Manana is his name. For some reason it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. I gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation, or
Continue.
you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Okay. Has one on here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of these cabs tried converting to his worldview? Let me say this one.
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Jean-Luc. I don't recall him. I don't know if we met him. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical
Not
confrontation?
yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Yeah, figures.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Dexter and Sinister? Is that how we call our hands?
Sure.
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy. You're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I never get it solved. Which I have no idea what I'm doing. May you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it? I don't know which one is the worst, the most crazy one, but I'm guessing. The third one is like...
That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
Okay, nice. What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Okay.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Okay, nice talk. Gotta get moving. Okay, so let's try to talk with Mazerhead, but I'm quite sure we won't be possible. And like I was saying, at all parts, I'm not going to be, I don't think being racist, misogynistic, or anything fits what I believe is what I want to, what is being a crazy person. So I won't be, converting to this worldview.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Okay. Hi. Nice weather, isn't it?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor. My body... What do you mean?
You have succumbed to Al-ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al-ghul? Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad? You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with Al-ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends. Enough, I need... Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
Okay.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Okay. I see. So it makes sense. I don't have a problem with Al-ghul. I just drink on the
Your
weekends.
mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-ghul. You are but a vessel for the ghoul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
First, let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk. I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. I'm the police and I need you to comply now. Take a step closer. The race stuff isn't important here. I just need you to help me do my job.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
He pauses in melancholy reflection.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft.
You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
I see.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Himians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Inexplicably potato obsessed Khoikos. I mean, what?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
The babe is so good. He almost changes entirely his tone.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Okay, but you don't look like you're Siamese, my friend. You look like an accidental. So, what's up? You guys are mixing?
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, just need you to move about 20 centimeters
It is
back.
my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
No, I just need you to let me go into the harbor. This is going nowhere. I mean,
Last we saw, your race was being superseded by the Seminese.
let me say.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Okay. What my dignity has to do with the world.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Okay. But that kind of is a little bit, it has a little bit of true in it. Like, bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street and we will pulverize you. Okay.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls. This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Suggestion is against it. Suggestion is against it. Okay, so thank you, suggestion. You saved the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
How does that factor? Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
What? But I'm thinking Mr. Clare is from my race, or am I missing something?
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a Mr. Force thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I have gotten it from disco, actually.
offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
I really love how these freaks, they simply, pick a random act that may or may not happen because of some group of people and be like, oh, so this is something bigger, this is a good representation of, more abstract and general things like race. Like, it's so bizarre.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I is our friend Kim Seminoles? I'm not sure though. I don't want to ask him because we will definitely ask him the wrong way. Okay, I'll ask, who are the Seminoles? I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now. On police business. Wonderful, we're done with this line of inquiry. I've experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the island before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
Okay. I got it. Yeah, sure. So you did come from that, so you did not come from the islands.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
Okay, so yeah, the usually the simplest answer is the best one.
You would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from
I'm
Revachol.
from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
Okay, this is full of BS.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Know anything about this, man?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Put this to the trash
Stop
lately?
showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
I don't know. I mean, he needs to dispose of his trash somehow. Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Yeah, yeah, good. How do you know there will be a next race? I like the previous races better, actually. He's still surprised at your choice of races, but then slowly nods.
That is understandable. The previous racist was probably an Occidental and did not prove a real adversary.
Oh, so you met him? Okay, cool. Or you guys are just share a neuron like hive mind situation.
These cops are just jealous, Jean-Luc.
Oh, so he is Jean-Luc. John Luke, our mañana was talking about John Luke. But I already forgot what was about. Okay, but well, I will see it later in recording. But yeah, I won't recall it now. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He just destroys the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features.
Oh wow.
This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically spiritual?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability.
What is
From a
that?
purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
Okay.
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur la Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
So interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur la Clef and they were the Vesper.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Really? Why though? It's too scary for us to be sober while doing it? I mean, this is a very interesting remark from electrochemistry. Do we have a problem with doing sex? Like, okay, I wanted to discuss this more, but okay. We could conceptualize, subscribe, or we could just knock the shit out of him. But I don't think we could do both. I'm not gonna try this for now. Cause I think we can do it a different way. I mean, we need to explore the city more. Instead of strike press button. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Okay, so we talked to everyone here. Okay. So what else? So we talked with the lorryman. Let's try to talk with Annette again. I think we can. Try to end the episode. The episode on the
Hello,
part.
again, sir.
I don't think we need. Okay, so let's try get inside and meeting her mother. And we will be ending this part when we end talking to her, and then we will explore a little bit more of the library, bookstore. I think it's bookstore.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Okay.
My name is Plaisance.
This is such a weird name for a bookstore. Like, it's too long, it says only what you sell, and it doesn't have any... It's not very marketable, also.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
For the energy ring to the space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportunity moment to ask later.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money.
She
I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
She gives you a disapproving look.
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
What is this insolence? She misunderstood.
You misunderstand me. I'm a powerful feudal lord. I demand tribute. This is about traditions.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space.
Oh no.
Tribute? Power? These are not the traditions we're used to in this part of the world.
A curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes. Helps to have an anchor in these times.
She clutches the pendant and narrows her eyes as well. So are you the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
It's interesting because it's snowing outside, but she also has I forgot the name of this, but her voice is high pitched as if to give it more penetration. Okay.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. What if I want to buy a book? The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Jesus, you are using your daughter to sell stuff.
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
That's so bizarre. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. I mean...
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
She crosses her arms. Like, come on, man. I mean... How this is a good market decision? Like, using your daughter. I mean, I get the point. Like, people do that all the time in social media, but... I don't know. Like, she's not having any fun doing it. I like to think that even the kids that are exploited by their parents in social media have some fun, or at least they are delusional enough to not know that they are being exploited, or that they don't have to be conscious about all the market decisions going on. They just need to do their thing. This doesn't mean, of course, that it's better than what she's doing, but it feels even worse for Annette, because she's not only, using her daughter to, call people, but she's also putting a lot of responsibility on her shoulders, like kind of converting her in some sort of partner, a business partner, like, which you shouldn't do, obviously. But I'm gonna say 10, because one thing that I know for certain is that every time someone asks me to, rate any service, I always say 10, because I know how important it means to the worker that is attending me. Like, they are effectively evaluated, they are judged, I think it's better, for how they are judged, their performance is judged by that, by how the customers are rating them. So for me, it's always 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite a trooper. She's a great value add. Wow. I heard this dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. I imagine. It strikes me as wrong.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
That's not true. Obviously, that's not true. Like, you can't just do everything you want. What makes this possible, what makes this whole condition possible is because Martinez is very, left behind, in a sense. No one is actually, taking good care of it. But if she was, a kid in a decent city, like, if it exists, maybe in a decent neighborhood, and she would be in this position, obviously social services will be like, nah, not today, bitch. But yeah, I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends how much do you pay the kid.
Good sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
I don't believe in that. Like, I'm not even going to consider the fact that you are, like, not giving your daughter the money that she deserves, even though she shouldn't even be in this situation. But anyway, but I don't believe you are saving shit for her. I think you're just, you're saying that yourself so your conscience can get some ease.
Slap the cuffs on her.
I found reprimand you for your corrupted activities.
Oh, of course, officer. Good work. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
The lieutenant taps his foot. Okay, let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed. Like, can I mention this? Like, if you are such a high-driven market person, why would you, do a bookstore? I mean, a bookstore is not a profitable business at all. Like, I get it, maybe because in Disco Elysium's world, is that a radio, as I recall, but even then, I mean, I don't think people would be like, searching all the time for books to read. You need to have a little time to read a book, so people wouldn't, even though some people buy a lot of books and simply just read them at their own pace. But anyway, this is a huge tangent, but you get what I mean. Like, it's weird. The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Feels ghostly.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
You're the worst. Oh my god, you're the worst. sales person. I mean, even though you're not, your job is not to well, your job is to sell books. I mean, but you are so, completely out of the whole subject. Like, you're so completely, distant of the whole idea of, reading books and having a book genre that you like, or even being, like, when a person likes books, or when a person likes anything, she can, she wants, to introduce the other person. She wants to introduce it to other people, to the other person. Like, she gets excited, and this is like the whole opposite of it. She's like, it's like this woman, she found a bookstore in the middle of nowhere and decided to keep it. She has no she has no idea what she's doing. She's like completely, delusional about it. So what type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
God, okay. That's frustrating.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
I don't think. Maybe she put some sort of, I don't know, spell on the shelves. And now we're gonna take a look and see. Book peddler.
Hey. Psst.
Look around.
Psst. Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that. Love has worked out really well for me. I'm in love with it. Yes, we should all stop building love.
This conversation isn't really about love. Try to keep up, okay? This is about the communism you've promised to build. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted. Is that true?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket.
Oh my
Literally
God.
murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Really? Alright, that sounds like me. You forgot the law stuff, but okay. I haven't said anything like that. I said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what is this communism even about? Roll up your sleeve and start building communism. It's too tiring. I don't have it in me. I'm beat down and broken.
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
What? Okay, I'm so tired right now. It's so weird to play this collision while you're so tired, because you're like, you can't focus properly, but when you do, you hear about your own mother and you'll be like, what? 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibility. Well-organized ruling class. Okay.
You against
I
the
get
atom.
it.
The charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
The last communist.
Now get to work, comrade.
Oh wow, so I'm gonna be a communist in this run? I mean, I don't think this is crazy, but I don't think communism has anything to do with craziness, okay? As I said, I don't think opting in ideology has anything to do with insane run. But I was trying really hard to not get into it. But I mean, this is Elysium, right? You will have a lot of ideologies at the same time. So yeah, I think the craziest thing to do is be like, okay, so I'm gonna build communism right now.
Oh yeah.
Also,
get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
If I would, try to get into the crazy logic of what I want to do, but of what I'm doing, actually. But yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes you have to make decisions in life. Wait, what, friend squads? You didn't say anything about us. Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
A few million eggs? Okay, so we have Mazovian socioeconomics. But we cannot use any of it. And I think we should, decide which one we want. But this will be for the next part, when we get a point. For now, we can just say that we're finished. Yeah, this part was interesting. We make a contact with Leisurehead. We made a lot of very unpleasant contact with a lot of unpleasant people. So yeah, good. But yeah, I mean, we will. It's interesting to see this whole how the whole spectrum of ideologies around. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next part.